Hello everybody and welcome back to Farm Simulator 17 with me, TheGrayGamer. And got some stuff going on. And I'm bringing this down from the cows actually. I picked up their mess and I gave them water. And I'm going to take this to them, the straw to them. But I'm also going to take it up to the pigs. First. And we still got this field being seeded. And the other field being cultivated. And I've got the other New Holland from the sheep in town because I have another project. I did not get the wood picked up out of my pit over there, and I did not do anything with those trees, but I did lease a stump grinder that I need to get picked up. So we're going to do that so we can take care of the stumps. But I have a plan. I don't know how good it is yet, but I have one. And I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But let me get this over to the cows, sheep, pigs, yeah. Go through the roll call. Get this over to the pigs first. Top them off on their hay, and then we're going to take it down and give it to the cow. Give some to the cows down there as well. So let's unload what we can. There we go. Now, before I get too far into it, I want to tab over here. I brought down the full pallet of wool from the sheep. And as you can see, it's selling it. I was worried that it was going to leave the crate on there and I was going to have to take the crate back. $14,623. Now I'm going to take this over and I'm going to pick up the stump grinder that we leased for $550. And we're going to take that up to the main farm to use. But that's not the part of my plan that I was talking about. The part of the plan that I've got in my mind is, and you guys might think I've got sawdust for a brain when it gets all said and done, but that might be the case. Might very well be the case. Can I get attachment there? No. How about now? There we go. Alright, so we're going to take this back up to the farm, like I said, and we're going to be up at the farm because I'm going to buy a placeable. I did some research on my practice game, and what I was thinking of yesterday is not possible. What I was going to do was I was going to buy the wood chipper heating plant placeable, and then I was going to buy the wood chipper to chip up like those trees and have it go right into the heating plant. And I could still do that if I wanted to use one of the in-game chippers, but I really don't want to use the mobile chipper. There's a placeable chipper in placeables that's solid, and that's the one I want to use. But it has a feature. Get rid of that. It has a feature where, and I don't know how realistic it is. Obviously, it's not very realistic when you hear about it. But what it does is it chops up the trees, obviously, and wood into wood chips and sells it directly to the sawmill. So I like that. I mean, again, not very realistic. Yes, that's true, but I like it nonetheless. So what I'm going to do, that's my plan, is to set it up here on the farm, and we'll utilize it a little bit now. You guys thought I might have forgot about this stone, but I didn't. Utilize it now just to get the space cleared for the greenhouses that we were working on yesterday. And later on, when we go to do major stuff with forestry, more intense stuff. Okay, you guys are looking at this going, what happened? I thought you cut the trees down, Gray. I did. They're over here. But remember, I only cut down the ones right here. Yes, I'm four-wheeling over the wood. Did I get to that one? There we go. I just want to get these stumps grinded out so that we can oh, it's trying to grind that other thing. Turn this back in for the lease. Let's see, where's the other? Oh, that's a big stump. Cut that one pretty high, didn't I? Okay, Gray. It's not going to go any further over that way just because you want it to. So you got to back it up. I don't think this tractor has that reversible seat feature, and I can't see. I can't see. Again, cab view would be so much better if you could actually see what you're doing from cab view. Back it up. Back it up. Come on. There we go. Let's lower that down. Get that thing grind down here. Anyway, again, the idea being work on the stumps and get them out of the way, and then I can turn this in. Spent $550 to grind out 3 stumps, but you see they fixed my mailbox. Gractor and Phoenixon took care of that. They're used to it. Tipsy Drifter supervised. He had the level, and yeah. All right, let's get over here. I think the other stump is right there. Yeah. So we're grinding some stumps. Like I said, I'm going to turn this in, and after we're done with it, I don't think we're going to take out any more trees along here. If we can't utilize the space totally, then we're going to, I think I'm grinding the stump. Am I grinding the stump? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so go to here, go to here. Where's the Owned items. Leased items. There we go. Return that. Yep. There we go. Took care of it. Alright, now let's go to our placeables and let's get the item that I'm talking about. I was going to go with this heating plant here for $68,000, but I've decided not to do that, and I'm going to go $72,000 for this. Any logs you put in this machine are converted into wood chips and immediately sold at the sawmill. So there you go. Where do we want to put it? I'm thinking there, or I'm thinking over here, and we'll turn it. It says it can't be placed there, but I think if we turn it like so, get it squared up, well, that's not going to work. What if we put it right there? Where I can see it, and put it right there. There we go. So there's our placeable. Let's go over and take a quick look at it. And like I say, it's a matter of getting the logs cut up and placed in there. Ground up, and there's no on-off button, which is kind of sad, and there's no protective cover, which is kind of sad, but I like it nonetheless. So we'll probably use the pickup truck to deal with most of this. Like I said, we got to get the wood out of that pit, but I've got to take this back. Well, let's see, we got to tab over to our, we got to get this, now that we've got that done, we got to get our cows situated. But before I do the cows, I'm going to pick up the little bit of grain that is on the ground here for the piggies. And I'm not going to pick up the grain because I can't get my tractor to go in that direction. There we go. Am I low enough? Yeah. So they didn't have too much of a mess. For 40 pigs, that's not too much. Let's dump that back in there. And we need to go back around. And I think we're good on water here. Let's see. Pigs, water. Yeah, the water's good here. So off to the cows we go. Bring my bucket back in order. And head on down to the cows. Get them taken care of. Later this week, I'm going to be doing an episode. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I want to do another round of working for the neighbors on the farms. So I have I know how many farmers there are that have fields, minus Alex now, because that was his only field. So I'm going to go around, and I'm not going to do every field, but I'm going to do every farmer field again, working on my overall rep. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do the episode of that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it individually, break it up into segments, do a certain number of farms per episode, maybe, or something like that. But I'm not sure yet. But I definitely want to do that later this week. And then get our harvest going, get everything planted and progressing forward by the weekend, so that I can spend a few hours on Friday with the defense of the Miami Dolphins on my John Madden, my Madden 17 series. That's on the weekends. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It is a simulator. It's on the PlayStation 4. I mentioned before, if you guys haven't watched it, I am not. I'm still getting used to what the PlayStation 4 and the recording style that is required to use it and all of that stuff. I have also submitted, and I don't know if I'm going to get a positive reply to it or not, but I have submitted a request to Blizzard to get permission to post Blizzard content videos to my channel. You know, in other words, legitimately, I mean, I posted videos before of Blizzard content, but I did not monetize. And obviously, I'm trying to build my channel and trying to make a little money on this side. And when I say a little money, I do mean little money. Nothing against it. It's just that, you know, it's nothing to write home about. But it gives me something to do overall. So I'm not complaining about it. I did pick up over here, and they've already made another mess of it. So there we go. All right, we're going to leave that there for now, and we're going to get back on our planter over here. I made a mistake, and I bought the electric plant on this map, and I had to reset my game. So this is not messed up like I did it in the original episode from yesterday. So that's why that is taken care of. Okay, over here we're going to plant. What did we plant? This is going to be corn. I think we got soybeans. Let me check again. Trying to remember what was planted on that field. Whoops. What do we got growing here? We got wheat here, sunflowers here. Yeah. Okay, so corn is going to go here. All right. Like I said, we're working on towards getting everything situated. I did get a suggestion from one person. Sent me an email saying you should name your tractors after, I mean, if you're gonna name them, he thought it was kind of weird. If you're gonna name them after a famous couple. And I did mention in the episode about naming them Sonny and Cher, but I think I'm going to go with, this is Johnny, and the female version of the tractor is June, and of course I'm talking about Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. So there you go. So this is Johnny, that's June over there, and we're going to use them to make some cash. No offense to Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. I loved them. They were great. I thought they were great as a couple, and I loved the music and old school country. Yeah, I'm all about that. So, okay, quit talking and get working. So we're planting this in corn. Let's tab over here to June and take care of it. Or unexpectedly, tank is empty. All right, back to Johnny. Where'd you go, Johnny? Johnny, be good. All right, listen. I know you're out of seed, but we're going to go over here, and we're going to fill up with the seed from these guys, because I'm trying to get rid of these pallets. That's one of the reasons, because it's right in the way. All right, let's get back to it. You didn't get very far at all, did you? All right. Let's line it back up and send Phoenixon on his way. I did that. I did talk to Phoenixon in real life, and I said, "Hey, man, do you mind that I constantly make you be the seeder?" He's like, "No, man." He says, "I'm okay with it." He said, "Because I'm not doing it in real life for you." I'm like, "Wait a minute, now we've done a multiplayer before. We could do it again." He's like, "No, not happening. Not happening, Gray. Forget about it." So, Phoenixon, get going, buddy. Then I look in here and it's probably a female. It is a female. Phoenixon. Didn't know, buddy. That's funny. At least I thought it was funny. Okay. Back over here. And, let's see. We gotta put this up in the... I think we're done. I'm going to see if I can fertilize now. You guys probably are gonna know the answer to this before I do, because you're smarter than I am. But can I fertilize before the fields grow? That's the question. Because if I can, that would be ultimately the best, because you could see the crop better. Is what I'm going for. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going in cab, guys. Now, oh, this one you can do the reversey thing. Let me see how this works. Change. Did it automatically turn me around? No. Change tool selection. Detach, lower weight, exit vehicle. How do I change? If you guys can tell me, I'd like to know how to change the seat around so that I'm actually, whoops, still not getting it right. So that I'm actually turning it around to see this. Okay. We are attached. Now I've got it set up in the, get out of there. I've got it set up where this is drawing from currently from the cows directly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slurry this field, or attempt to, see how it goes. And then we'll probably call it an episode. Is it turned on? Yes, it is. Is it working? No, it is not. Okay, so we're going to turn that off so we don't lose all of our slurry. And I'm going to get off the field. And we'll wait for the growth and then we'll do it. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. And again, thank you for stopping by and checking me out. Let me know what you think about my wood chipping idea. Like I said, I need to get the wood out of that pit over there. And that. So, again, thank you for stopping by and checking me out. And we will see you next time.